Before this video starts, I want to include a trigger warning for mentions of mental health issues, self-harm, and substance abuse. I want to get started and say that this entire video is based on my own personal experience, and I am not a medical professional. Please do not use this video as a way to diagnose yourself or others, and just take everything I say with a grain of salt. Borderline personality disorder. What is it, and how does it affect your relationships? Quoting the Google definition, borderline personality disorder is a mental disorder characterized by unstable moods, behaviors, and relationships. Borderline personality disorder can consist of having intense fears of abandonment, severe paranoia, rapid changes in either self-identity or self-image, constantly changing opinions on someone based on either minor things or just things that happen, very impulsive behavior, very bad mood swings, ongoing feelings of emptiness, and inappropriate emotions such as anger, hypersexuality, sadness, and other such emotions. Along with these issues comes along with suicidal ideations, threats, or self-injury. Most people with borderline personality disorder will go through very quick swings of suicidal thoughts, and then maybe later they'll be perfectly fine and not look like they had been upset in any way, shape, or form. Speaking from my own experiences, I can say that I have been very upset and willing to either harm myself, harm others, or take my own life, and then maybe 10 minutes later, after I've distracted myself, you wouldn't think I've had those thoughts ever. At least in that one day. How does all of this affect your relationships with others? Borderline personality disorder can heavily affect either interpersonal relationships such as friendships, dating lives, family relationships, and other such things, but it can also affect your professional lives and relationships such as maybe co-workers, bosses, other such people in those fields. Because of the inappropriate and extreme emotional changes, people will often lash out at those around them, even if they do deeply care about them, and then will either say, maybe, oh, you hate me, or you've never cared about me, or yada yada yada. And these inappropriate emotions and ways to express them will often either push people away, or get someone fired, or just generally cause very horrible issues to occur in these relationships, because maybe someone won't trust you anymore, maybe someone will start avoiding you, maybe they will start feeling like a victim because of you. That last part is something that is very common and something I will get into in a little bit. Another issue occurs with the fear of abandonment. People who have borderline personality disorder will often latch onto others and keep them close. Maybe they will get super jealous of someone that they are either friends with, someone that they have interest in, and other such emotions. The subject of a person with borderline personality disorder's interest will often be referred to as a favorite person or an FP. Despite this title, however, being a favorite person is not something that anyone should ever have to go through. Someone who is a sufferer of BPD's favorite person will constantly have to either stick by the person with BPD because of their fear of abandonment, constantly reassure them that they are not going to leave, and have to deal with what is known as splitting. When a person with BPD splits, they will commonly see things in black and white, good or bad, and the person who is at the center of their attention, their favorite person, will constantly have to deal with either, oh, you hate me, you want nothing to do with me, go away, get out of my face, I hate you, or they will have to deal with, you're the best person ever and I love you so much, please never leave me, I need you forever. These constant mood swings and seeing things in black and white can cause very big issues and very bad trust issues within the relationship. Again, bringing up my own experiences, me and my mother both have BPD and will constantly butt heads, and maybe sometimes I'll see her as my absolute savior and someone who I love and need to attach myself to. Meanwhile, maybe my mother will see me as the complete opposite. Maybe she'll see me as a burden or someone that doesn't love her and hates her and she needs to get me out of her life. Those are two two very conflicting sides of borderline personality disorder. And imagine that in one person all the time. That is splitting. Moving on to the impulsive behavior, people who have borderline personality disorder can partake in very risky activities, such as maybe drugs, alcohol, sexual activity. And these impulsive behaviors can cause, again, issues in interpersonal relationships, because maybe the person that they are with, maybe they don't want them going out and being hypersexual with others. Maybe the person they're with doesn't want to be hypersexual with them all the time. Maybe the list can go on. And most of the time, the people with borderline personality disorder, they do not want to be acting on these impulsive behaviors, but they cannot control themselves. It's more of a, I might as well because I can't stop myself. Suicidal threats and self-injury also play a role in this impulsive behavior, because these threats are done on impulse. Maybe the self-injury is done on impulse. They do not control when they do these things, and it does not excuse it if they're threatening it, but it does give an explanation for it. That is also why later they may seem completely fine. Moving on to the aforementioned feeling like a victim. Whenever someone with borderline personality disorder may threaten suicide, or maybe they will stick to the favorite person and constantly be with them, they may have a form of possession, manipulation, and it can cause the other person to feel like maybe they are being abused. And although it is not on purpose, that is more than likely what is happening. It is a very toxic and abusive relationship because of it. And to be stuck in this victim complex is absolutely terrifying, because maybe the person is threatening suicide, maybe they're threatening to hurt the person, or they're threatening to hurt themselves, their family, anything like that, because maybe that person will be stuck in, oh, if I leave, this is going to happen, and I don't want anyone getting hurt. This is another reason why the fear of abandonment plays a role, because if someone has a fear of abandonment, they may constantly beg the person not to leave. They may constantly beg the person not to abandon them like everyone else. And it will cause that person to stay no matter what. Concluding this video, I do want to say, do not villainize or infantilize anyone with BPD. These are people who are dealing with a very detrimental, mental disorder, and they are having to work through it on their own time, maybe with therapy. And trying to either, oh, you're such a sweet soul, you don't deserve any of this, I'm so sorry about everything, here, let me comfort you and baby you. Or maybe, you're such a bad person because you lash out at people and you hurt them and yada yada yada. That will not help them in any way, shape, or form. So I recommend, if you know someone with BPD, don't do either of these things. Maybe offer your support if they want to vent, but do not infantilize or villainize. And once again, this is from my own personal experience. Do not take anything I've said as fact. Have a good day, and good night.